Please, the court. He said this was a belt buckle. The only way you use that as a belt buckle is if you have a rope for a belt. Why does someone carry something like this? It's only meant to hurt another person. This guy is not much of an advertisement for civilization, is it? Based on what you've heard. He is violent, he is manipulative, he's a predator. A gun. You heard Shamika testify this morning. You heard Byrne testify. And I saw that box of tissue passed around. You know, someone that didn't need a tissue at all, I believe she did. He didn't. Why? I submit to you, it's reasonable. It's like I told you yesterday, he has no conscience. And folks, let me tell you, there is no creature on earth of any species that frightens me more than a human being without a conscience. Because they will do anything. It doesn't bother them. They can kill somebody, go off, drink a beer, and have a good night's sleep and never think about it again. And that's what happened. That's what happened in this case. That's why we're not trying to hide anything. We're asking for a sentence of life in this case. I told you, as you sat here, part of the larger panel, that the way the state proves intent is through acts done or words spoken. Well, the way we prove to you what a person is like is through acts done, through words spoken. Maureen's going to cover that with you when she closes the argument. Right now, what I want to discuss with you, a little bit about the witnesses in this case who were victims, the family who became victims because of this man. Let me tell you that being at the scene of a crime, a violent crime, is a lot different from reading about it in the newspaper, hearing about it on television, or even catching it secondhand. In a newspaper, you'll read that Joe Blow murdered his wife and get the details of it. On television, you'll see him in handcuffs being led off from the jail and catch a little bit of the details. Neither newspaper nor television can bring you the pungent odor of fresh, warm blood beginning to coagulate. You've got to be at the crime scene. Nor can they bring you the sight of panic and fear. These things that you normally don't think about seeing, you see them. It's like Jamie said in this case. She's driving her 9-year-old son after she picked him up, and she sees who I would assume from the evidence is Garrett running. She said she could tell he wasn't just jogging home after school. He was panicked, he was in fear, and she could tell it just from his actions. You can see that. And if you're out there at the scene when those bullets start being fired by this man, and all those kids running, panicked, neither the newspaper nor the television can bring you the sounds of panic. Those kids are out there screaming. They're running. You can hear their footsteps on the pavement. And many times, people who have been at the actual crime scenes, they could hear their footsteps on the grass. Your senses are heightened. You're aware of what's going on around. Oh yeah, that's what the victims are. The newspaper, the television, they can't bring you the death grip exerted over a binder as a little girl falls to the ground and the last breath of life slips from her mutilated body. They don't bring you that. They can't. And with the newspaper, you just turn the page and you're on to something else. Television, you change the channels. You can never leave the actual scene of a violent crime. And the victim doesn't get up and appear in some other show the next week. No, the victim stays down and dead. And you try to wash the blood off. Don't go to a crime scene if you don't have to. I've been to so many, it's ruined me, folks. You try to wash the blood off. You try to wash the stench of death out of your hair and off your clothes. And you can't do it for years. It sticks with you. And isn't that what you got from these witnesses who were out there? Those children, those adults, they were reliving those experiences. They'll relive them for a long, long time. They are his victims. And you know about his victim, Michaela, don't you? Oh, yeah. She's got a bullet inside her chest still. And Michaela tries to maintain a happy attitude when people are around. She wants other people to be happy. She tries to project that herself. But you know, she's got some problems because of this. Her mother explained it. She has to help her phone. They can't discipline her like we can discipline children by taking the phone away. She has to be in contact with her friends. She lost a good friend, Lauren. She didn't tell Lauren she loved her that day. She just spent a little time with her after school. They weren't in class together, and it bothers her. And she likes to talk to her friends every day and just say something nice to them in case something happens. She has some pain occasionally. And I'll ask you, what happens with Michaela when no one's around? Consider at night when she turns off the light, crawls into bed, she is truly all alone. Just herself and the darkness and the demons. The demons that come when she changes position and that bullet is felt and she relives that tragedy and the fear. She's his victim. Rodney and Shamika, aren't they lucky? Wow, their daughter lived and does live. What did Shamika tell you? Oh, we're thankful to God for that. But it's radically changed their lives. Michaela's 15 years old and cannot walk home from school. I'll tell you, when she's in college, she won't be able to walk home from college. When she grows up, gets married, and has children, she's on her way home, her parents will worry about her until she gets there. And every time she calls, it's like Shamika told you. It's from her. What is this call about? They relive that. And you'll say, well, they'll get over that in a couple of years. It's been a couple of years, and it's like it happened yesterday. And forever will be. Shamika and Rodney, they are his victims. Lauren, icy blue eyes, sweet smile. It was Janie that said it. Her pretty eyes were open. Never to be seen again. Her sweet voice the kind words she spoke, never to be heard again. A hug from her, never to be felt again. Lauren was his victim. And then you heard from Vernon, Lauren's dad. He told you about the change in love. The grief was so bad, they didn't think they would live. For a period of time, they're getting up at midnight and going on a walk just to celebrate making another day. Can you imagine that kind of tragedy in your lives? But they're strong. They stayed with it. And he told you the other problems they've had. I don't need to go over those with you. Said he went back to work, just to show what this is. It was several months, and what is it? You lose track of time. You don't really remember, but 3 months or so, he goes back to work. And a tragedy like this, finally you go back to work, and everyone looks at you like you're some kind of alien. They go, I'm sorry, Vern. They don't know what to say. They stay away from you for a while. They don't know how to act. Everyone, your co-workers, your boss, everyone. So finally the workday's over and you go home and it's even worse. Your spouse is real clingy, afraid they'll lose you to what's going on in their lives. So you say, well, I'll get away. I'll go to my room. Maybe lay down or maybe sit in a chair and read back in my bedroom. Except on the way, you pass Lauren's room. Every day. And you decide, I'm going to move on. But you never really move on. You try to forget about it, and that makes it even worse. You have to get out from under this shadow. That's all you want to do. And you try, and then you pass your wife, and you see her sad face, and it knocks you back down again. What's going on now? It's going to go on like submit forever for them. Because Vern is one of his victims. And then Bianca, the mother. Sweet lady over there. Sad face. She is going to leave this courtroom today and go back to Wichita Falls, go to a fireplace where ashes of Lauren are in the urn, and she's going to gently caress that urn I would submit to you and say, hi, Lauren. It's your mother. Guess what happened today? In exchange for your life, the jury gave him, I don't know. That's why the state is asking you for a sentence of life.